Hey guys, it's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle in downtown Seattle at the foot of Capitol Hill as we watch all the passers-by make their way throughout their busy workday from Capitol Hill down to Pike Place in downtown Seattle and back home again. If you enjoy people watching, downtown Seattle is about the best people watching you'll ever find in your entire life. The people here are absolutely beautiful. There's no other way to say it. Also absolutely beautiful is Honda's restyled 2014 Civic Si, a daring and aggressive look for Honda. Si has always been a little bit edgy, but even more so for 2014. It's absolutely one of my favorite cars of any car, and I know you think, well, you know, you're the GSM of a Honda store, of course you're going to say that, but if you look back at some of my older videos, back when I was managing for arch rival Infiniti, I also reviewed an older Civic Si, and I couldn't sing its praises enough, and I still feel that way to this day. One of the big reasons, despite the fact that I love fast, fun cars, is I particularly love cars with outstanding resale value. If you take a look at what the auction values are for a 2013 model, which is the one before this, the 2013 is bringing roughly $20,000 at auction. Retail is about $22,000. Well, that's about the same price as this car is new for 2014. You pick your color. You also get some nice amenities that you don't get on any used car. But 2014 not only looks different, not only does it perform differently, but there's a lot of electronic touches that you're not going to enjoy in 2013. Now, one thing right off the bat, this car has more power, a little bit more power, but more power still than the 2013. Same Acura source, 2354cc, we call it 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder inline engine, enjoys 205 horsepower to go with 174 pound-feet of torque. It does that, it's about 4 horsepower and 4 pound-feet of torque gain over the 2013 by way of better breathing exhaust pipes. And so the exhaust different for 2014 gives you a bump in horsepower, but exactly identical fuel economy to the 2013. Definitely daring in the front. The restyle on the 2014, although subtle, it does make a big difference. It looks completely different than the 2013 model when you see them side by side. The other thing that you wouldn't notice so much, the suspension is actually very different in 2014, and it's all nuanced stuff. It's not big, heavy-duty changes, different roll bars, different suspension settings and spring settings for 2014 that were different than 2013. It's actually a softer ride, which makes it nice for being here in downtown Seattle. Some of the roads can be pretty rough, but it's actually more sporting than the 2013, so more comfortable and a better performer. That's a great recipe to a fun sports car. Now let's take a look around this particular car. It looks terrific in black. One of the things I really like is the 18-inch wheel upgrade. So these come standard now with 18-inch wheels, where in 2013 they came with 17-inch wheels. Taking a look inside, we have two-tone interior in 2014. Red accents and inserts with a black interior. So the red on the interior of the seat, red stitching on the leather-wrapped steering wheel, and red stitching on the driver's and passenger door as well. Taking a look at the passenger space, now the Civic, even though it's a two-door, rides on a better than 103-inch wheelbase. So although I'm 6 feet tall and about 200 pounds, I'm not only comfortable in the front seat, but sure, the back seat's not huge, but it's not bad either. Getting in and out, it's definitely not the family sedan, but again, it's not all that bad. Taking a look at the trunk as we open up here, one of the nice things about the Civic is, of course, it's a front-wheel drive car, which means there's a lot more room in the back because there's no drive shaft going through. So if you're comparing this against probably the arch rival of the Civic Si, that's Toyota's FRS, the actual ease of transporting your friends and all your stuff is a lot more generous here in the Civic Si than it is in the Toyota. Also, the Toyota is really kind of the king of the drifting set because it's rear-wheel drive as opposed to Honda's front-wheel drive. But here in a city like Seattle where it rains as much as it does, front-wheel drive is always going to be the preferred way to go. Sure, on a racetrack, rear-wheel drive's the better way, but in the real world, you want to stick with front-wheel drive. Taking a look at the passenger side, again, beautiful sculpted lines. The rear end's actually just as different from 2013 as the front end is. It's just a different looking car, not radically different, but different enough where you're definitely going to prefer the 2014 over the 2013. One thing about this particular dealership, just as a quick side note, Honda of Seattle is a one-price store, and you're hearing that term come up more and more. A lot of people ask, what does one price actually mean? Does that just mean you have one sale price? I mean, that doesn't sound like that big of a deal. The big difference on a one price store is not only is the one car one price or on sale, every single car in the category is exactly the same price. And then on top of that, there's no like closer person because there's nothing to close because the price is the price. You either want it or you don't. And then on top of that, there's no finance manager. They don't try and massage numbers or work a deal or try to put you together to get you to buy a bunch of chemicals or anything like that. A one-price store doesn't even have a finance department, so there is no finance manager. There's no closer. There's no nothing like that. It's like buying a TV at Best Buy or whatever it is. You find the deal that you like and you just buy it. In the case of the state of Washington, you pay a $150 dock fee at most dealers. You also pay state sales tax, which is 9.8%, and you have to pay for your license plates on a car like this. They're about $200. And then that's it. You're done. And so you're not obligated to buy any wheel locks or protection packages or anything like that. And so it's a one-price deal, and it's a great price. In fact, on this particular car, MSRP of $23,580, they discounted $1,603, so your one price is $21,977. Well, if you recall, that's actually less than what the current average retail price is in the United States for a used 2013, which makes this a very simple decision to make. In fact, it's not only $21,977, but they give you a free 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and then you also get free 7-year, 100,000-mile roadside assistance. You don't enjoy those from Honda as a brand, but you do enjoy those for free at Honda of Seattle. So back to the car, let's jump inside. There's some neat features for 2014 that we want to take a look at. Two really cool features, and you're not going to find them on anything else in this class. In fact, you're not going to find them on any 2014 vehicle in the United States, and the Japanese vehicle at the very least. They are downloadable navigation, which is just awesome. If you have an Apple iPhone 5, and that's going to be changing, they're going to have the download available for other Apple phones and probably some other phones as well. But right now, if you have an Apple iPhone 5, you can actually plug it into the HDMI outlet, download a $60 app, a navigation app, and it actually generates navigation right on the 7-inch monitor. And it's real navigation. It's not just some hokey-looking kind of halfway navigation. It has pinch, it has swipe. It's just like the cutting-edge, most modern navigation unit you could ever imagine. The only difference is it costs $60, and then it's your choice if you want to download it to the screen or not. Also, this has a lane watch feature, which is super, super innovative. Whenever I turn the turn signal to the right-hand side, you say, well, you know, these small sports cars are a little harder to see what's going on in the other lane. When I turn right, instead of just having a little alert or a chime to let me know if something's going on the right side of me, it actually shows a camera image of everything that's going on the right side. So that lane watch feature is a really cool feature and very, very innovative. Cars that cost 2 and 3 times this kind of money don't have that kind of technology. It has a 360-watt stereo system. Actually, it's a terrific stereo system. And then, of course, legendary Honda reliability. The SI is a high-performance sports car, but if you look at even older SIs going all the way back to the CRX SI, they are very, very long-lived engines, very long-lived cars, and again, with enormous resale value that other cars simply can't touch. If you have any questions about this Civic Si or any Honda or any car here at Honda of Seattle, please don't hesitate to give me a call. My name's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle. You can call me anytime at 206-382-8800 or just drop me an email at joet@hondaofseattle.com.